Hello students. Today's topic is Unit 3. Name of the Unit 3 is Functions and Modules. And the topics we will cover here is local variables, global variables, return statement, good programming practices, and we have some program practice using Anaconda Jupyter notebook. Okay, so let's go to first point, that is local variables. Local variables, actually the name itself indicates local means restricted to that particular area. The variable that is declared inside a function is called local variable, and scope is within that function where it is declared. But suppose in any function any variable is declared, then its scope is related to that function only. Once that execution is stopped, or once we go out of that function, local variable get destroyed. But even though local variables are reliable, as values cannot change outside the function. Next is global variable. Global variable are the variables that are defined in main body of the program. That means outside the function, and it is used, the scope is throughout the program. That means we can use that global variable outside the functions, or else how many functions are in the main program, all the functions can access that global variable because they are global. Scope is throughout the program. Now we see one example. Suppose a equal to 10. Okay, this we will declare one function def fun. Here we put b. As we know how to define a function by using def keyword, name of the function and parameters. Here suppose I declared c equal to 30. Okay, inside a function a variable is equal to 30. Now we will print the value b equal to b. Print c equal to c. Okay, after that I want to after defining this function, this is called function header. Def keyword is used to define a function. This is name of the function, this is one parameter, this is function body. After that we need to call that function. How to call a function? By using the same function name, that is fun. And here only one argument is given, parameter is given, so we will pass only one parameter. Here we will print value of a, print value of b, print value of c. Okay, this is our code. See, a equal to 10. This is defined outside the function. So this is called global variable. Okay, this is function, and inside a function we declared a variable c equal to 30. So this is local variable. The scope of local variable is within that function only. Okay, this is function. When we call that function, it will control will go to fun. Is there any fun named function exist? Yes, here it is. Then value of b is assigned as 20. It goes inside a function c equal to 30. Now print b equal to b. What is the value of b? Value of b that we have passed is 20. We are passing the value one argument as 20. Value of c is 30 as already given. After the function, outside the function, if we want to print the value of a is equal to a, value of a will be 10. Why? Because it is global variable. Print b equal to b, print c equal to c. Now For these two statements, interpreter throws an error because this B and C are the local variables that cannot be displayed, that cannot be executed outside the function. So, okay, value of B is equal to 20 that we have passed. Value of C is equal to 30. Local variable, it can be accessed within the function. Value of A is equal to 10, it given because it is global variable, and for value of B and value of C it throws error. Why? Because local variables cannot be accessed outside the function fun function. Okay, but suppose I want to define a global variable inside a function. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. No need to define it outside the function only. We can define it inside the function also by using global statement. For example, suppose we will copy this program, Control C, Control V, C. This is a global variable, this is function, this is local variable. Here I will define one global variable D, global D, and now D is equal to 40. Okay, this D is now become global variable because we used here global statement. Okay, D equal to 40, C equal to 30 local variable, print B equal to B, that 20 we have passed here, C equal to C, that is 30 local variable. Now here we will print D is equal to D. D is equal to D. Value of D will be printed outside the function as D is a global variable. Now we have defined it by using global statement or global keyword, and value of D will be 40. Value of A is 10. Value of B is 20. Value of C is 20. And here outside the function, value of B and value of C, interpreter will throw the error. Okay, value of B is 20 that we are passing here, value of C is 30 given, value of A is 10 as it is global variable, and value of D is equal to 40 because we declared it as global variable. For B and C there will be error. Okay, understood how to what is mean by local variable, global variable. Global variables are outside the function or in main body of the function. We can declare that global variable inside a function also by using global statement. Okay, and scope of local variable is inside a function, and scope of global variable is throughout the program. Okay, now our next point is return statement. Before that we will see lambda function. Okay. Lambda function, actually see here we have defined the function by using the keyword def. Any function name, any name we can given as it is user defined, we can keep as fun, fun1, fun2, fun3 or any name. But in case of lambda, in case of lambda function, it is anonymous function, it does not have any name because we cannot use here def keyword to define the name to the function. Where lambda keyword is used, whenever lambda word comes, you have to understand that it is a lambda function. Lambda function is created by using lambda keyword. Lambda function can take any number of arguments. Here arguments can be any number, 2, 3, 5, 50, 100, any number. Lambda function return only one value in the form of expression, that is the result of the expression. Next, it is one line function. For writing simple function, we need 4-5 lines, where in lambda function, it is one line function. Lambda function cannot access global variables. Okay. Syntax is lambda, then argument, then expression. We will see one example. Write a program to add three numbers. Add three numbers. How to write a function? As we are going to sum here, sum equal to, use lambda keyword, then arguments. We are going to add three numbers, so arguments are A, B, C. After that argument there is colon and expression. Expression is A plus B plus C. Okay. Next, we want to print it. So print where that value is stored in variable sum, and we need to pass how many parameters? 3 parameters. Suppose 10, 20, 30. And when we run, output will be 60. This is only one line function. We have passed here 3 arguments, but we get single answer. Expression. Single answer to the expression. Okay. Another example we can see, write a program to find cube of a number. To find cube of number, we will keep cube as variable. Cube equal to lambda. How many parameters required? Only one, that we will keep as n. Expression is n into n into n. Expression is n into n into n. Now we want to print it. Print where that value is stored, cube. We need to pass only one argument, one parameter. Suppose 10. When we run, answer will be 1000. This is called lambda function. Lambda function is anonymous function. Lambda function is single line function. It is not accessed any global variables, though there are n number of arguments, but result is single value. This is about lambda function. Now next is return statement. Return statement, actually every function has implicit return statement as last instruction in function body. That means whenever we define a function, and in function body there might be any number of statements, but last implicit statement is return statement by default. Suppose it does not return any value, then we can say return none. Okay. Syntax given is return keyword is used, and expression, this is optional. Then why we use return statement? For two purposes. First is to return a value to the caller, to return a value, and next is to end and exit a function and go back to its caller. That means whenever that return statement comes, it goes out of the function. So if we write any statement after the return statement, it will not execute. Okay. Suppose we write a program to find area of circle. To find area of circle. First we will write a function. How to write a function? By using def keyword, name of the function. Name of the function is area of circle. How many parameters are required? Actually, formula for area of circle is pi r square. Value of pi is fixed. So r square means we need only radius of circle. Okay. Now we will first give value of pi equal to 3.14. Whenever we define any variable, we use small letters, but here we use capital letter because it is constant value. To define any constant, we have to use capital variable names. Okay. Then we will calculate area equal to pi r square. Pi r square. Here we will use return statement. Return. Whose value to be written? Area. Okay. Area. We have declared the function. This is function header. This is function header. This is function body. This is return statement. Whenever return statement comes, it will return the value as well. It goes outside the function. Now we will call the function area of circle. How many parameters? Only one parameter. So only one parameter. We passed here only one value, area of circle. Answer is 314. See, area circle, it goes to the function. Value of r is assigned as 10. Area equal to 3.14 into 10 into 10. Return the value of area. Value of area is 314. Whenever return statement comes, it goes out of the function. Suppose we write here any statement, it will not execute. Why? As soon as return statement comes, it goes outside the function. Okay. This is about return statement. One more example. Write a program to calculate square of a number. Okay. First we will write a function def. Name of the function is suppose a square. How many numbers required? Only one. Okay. Only one. And here we will use return statement. If you write return n into n, we will see whether it works or not. Return n into n, we will call the function square, that is name of the function. If you write different name while function calling, it will not execute the code. 25. Return n into n, or you can write square equal to n into n, return square. Both the thing is same. Okay. Return statement is used to return the value as well. Return statement comes, the control goes out of the function. This is about return statement. Our next topic is docstring. Doc means documentation. Actually, documentation string is same as comments. We see in Python, multi-line comments are defined by using 3 double quotes, ended with 3 double quotes. Same thing is called as docstring if we define that multi-line comment inside a function body. Docstring is optional. Okay, multi-line string is used to explain the code. Then why we need docstring is, as a good programming practice, we should use docstring. And whenever we use docstring, it is easy for a user or a reader to know what is the purpose of the function or what is the purpose of the code. Now we will see syntax. First, define the function name, parameters. First line, first statement of the function body is docstring. Whether it is optional, but as a good programming practice, we should include it. Docstring. Then function statements, and last return expression. Okay. we will see one small program. Write a program to show simple message as hello world by using docstring. So for that, first we need to define a function. Def, name of the function is suppose message. We no need to pass any parameter because we are just going to print a message. Okay, here we write docstring. Here we write a docstring. In that you can write this function is used to print message as hello world. Okay, this is first statement of the function body called docstring. Next function statement, suppose I write here print hello world. Okay, print hello world. And last statement should be written, as we are not going to return anything, so just write return and no expression, that means it will return nothing. Now we will call that function message. Name of the function is message, so we will call the function as message. No parameters, here also no parameter. Output is hello world. In this way you can write any function and first statement is docstring. Okay, next topic is good programming practices. What are the different good programming practices? Question can be asked. Write different good programming practices, explain good programming practices. So all the good programming practices are listed here. We will read it. First is for indentation we use tab. So instead of tab use four spaces. Actually one tab equal to four space, but use four spaces for indentation. But whenever you are using any IDE, as here we are using Anaconda, you can use PageCharm, you can use Notepad++. Indentation comes automatically. Okay, but you should use four spaces. If you are using Python idle, there you need to give spaces manually. Use comments wherever possible. Comments are used to know the reader or user or any lay person what is the purpose of that statement or code. Use documentation string to explain the function. In function, first statement of function body should be documentation string or doc string. Insert blank lines to separate function, classes and statement inside a function. When you define a function, there should be one line gap between the function name or class name and the statements. Function name should be written in lower case. That means when you are going to define a function, def, by using def keyword, function name should be small letter, lower case. Class name should be written as first letter, capital. Whenever you are going to define a class, first letter should be capital. These are the good programming practices. Any doubt? Okay, we will stop here, and in next lecture we will see unit 5, that is object oriented programming concept in Python. Okay, thank you so much. If any doubt, let me know.